All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. We are coming to you Facebook Live. You might be watching this on a playback. You might be live with me. I'm going to kind of cater to both here. And let me just make sure that we are open. Oh, yep, that's me. Hi. Give you guys a minute to pop in here. Today, I had said 11, so I know a few of you are still jumping in. Today, I want to take the opportunity to share with you guys and engage with you guys interactively about the real estate website that my company and I have built. And I want to show you the inside of it and how it functions and what the components are that make it so unique and so special and really one of its kind in the real estate industry. And hey, Rebecca. Hi, Tammy. I want to give you the chance to ask questions, to have me show you some things. And hey, Pam, how you doing? I've got a little bit of time here today, so I thought this would be a good day to do this. What I'm showcasing today are called BREW, and BREW stands for Ballen Real Estate Websites. And these are WordPress powered websites, and they are IDX driven, and it caters to both buyers and sellers. And it really has a lot to do with what you do with the website. So I think it's really important to show you what it does and what some of the functionality is so that you know what else you can do with it. Let me know as you're hopping in here. I see a bunch of you. Hey, Joanne, or is it Bob? I know some of you guys share identities there with your spouses or partners, or there's a mother-daughter and team. I never know which one's logging into which name. I want you guys to post questions in the comment box because that will help me engage with you. Hey, Alex. Thank you. Alex likes my shirt. What do you guys think? We're going to be sporting these at the Keller Williams convention next week. And the back, can you see the back? I'm not going to stand up. The back has the Ballen Brands logo on it. And I wanted something now I can teach in and wear to conventions. And for those of you that don't know, an interesting little story. My birth name when I was born, my last name, believe it or not, was Click. C-L-I-C-K. This was the name I was actually born with. And had I known what I was going to get into, I would have kept that name for branding purposes alone. But, didn't know. Actually, we were adopted years later by my mother's husband. It became our dad forever, and we changed our last name to his last name anyway. All right. So I thought it was an interesting. Hey, Jennifer. All right. So as we go through this, in a minute, I'm going to share my screen so you can see as we're maneuvering around the screen. And I want you guys to ask questions, and I'm looking down, and I'm going to try to really monitor the questions that you guys have at the same time. So anything that you're thinking of about the website, about WordPress, about IDX Broker, any of the tools that may come up as I'm driving, if you guys ask questions, it'll help me know kind of where to take this. And I want to do more of these in the future with those of you guys that actually have the BREW, so that you're really getting the most out of these. Who in here, when you comment in there, let me know if you have a BREW, because that'll help me to know how many of you guys are actual BREW clients and how many of you are just interested in it for the first time. Okay, so I'm making my screen big here. Okay, let me see if that worked. Oh, no, that's still my face. Hold on. I'm using this really cool software now for Facebook Live. It's called Ecamm, and I'll get you guys a link to it. Really cool. I like how I can share comments and some of those things. There's Amazon knocking at the door every time. Okay, hold on. All right, let me click this, and it should go to my screen. Aha! Okay, I see it on my side. Let me know if it changes for you guys. So I should be seeing my screen now. Now I'm just ahead in the corner. I have a lag time on my Facebook, so. Okay. If you don't have a real estate website, this is still for you. I'm going to, if you don't have a BREW yet, because I want you to see what we built. And you might get some inspiration and some ideas from what I'm showing you anyway. All right. Hey, Rebecca. So Rebecca's a future client. Melissa's just now joining us for the first time. Pam has a BREW. Renee's just joining us for the first time. Tammy's talking to Jeff. I have a team standing by Ballen Brand at ballenbrands.com to talk to you guys about the real estate websites, to do demos. And then also we're going to be live at Family Reunion if anybody wants to come see a demo. Talk to Jeff. The phone number is 702-917-0755. Okay. And you go to ballenbrands.com. You can connect with us from there as well. Okay. So now you guys can see my screen, right? So what I'm showing you here is the BREW. Let me just close this little box so I don't get confused. Okay. This is the BREW. And let me tell you, this looks killer on mobile. What you should know is the reason I built the BREW with my team of developers, I'm not sitting back there creating every component and coding it. I have a wish list and they build. The reason I designed this BREW the way it is because I have spent years and years and years as a real estate agent, just like all of you guys, generating all of my business from the internet. All of my business comes from the internet. And that's either from Google organic searches or Bing searches, Yahoo, that type of thing. Pay-per-click marketing, which is a small component of what I do because I do most earn in, but it is a component. And then social media. And in that social media component, that also includes real estate agent referrals, which I do a ton of. But it all comes through Facebook and through social channels. So it's all really grouped into web leads as a whole. Okay. So I know what this is like because I've been doing it for years and years. I know what works and I know what doesn't work. There's a lot out there maybe I haven't discovered. Like last week, I just discovered Nextdoor, the social network. In fact, if you haven't seen it yet, I interviewed Liz Abrams on how to set up Nextdoor and become the neighborhood favorite and add your business page. It was a phenomenal interview. I immediately went on and registered my Nextdoor page. I didn't even know you could do that, and started getting reviews. Go to loriballen.com. It's in my agent success series. It's an incredible interview, or youtube.com/Lori Ballen also has all of those series on there. I've interviewed some fantastic agents. Reed Wilson recently on realtor.com leads. Killer interview. Anyway, so I don't know it all, but this is my specialty, is ranking on the search engines for real estate related searches and social media. And what I wanted when I decided to build this BREW, I wanted a WordPress platform because in my opinion, everything else I had driven failed in comparison to the growth capabilities, to the SEO foundation that I could do with WordPress. And so that's a platform I decided to build on. Then I went out there and found, I looked at all kinds of IDX solutions. So IDX, for those of you that don't know, if you look at my screen here, you see these boxes here. This is IDX. IDX stands for the Internet Data Exchange. And it's basically where you put properties into the MLS, they syndicate out, and they are on all of our websites that have this IDX capability. But what you may not know is that you can change your IDX provider. And it makes a huge difference because how your IDX looks, how it performs, what features it has, how customizable it is, how you can adjust the forced registration. These are huge. And I had no idea when I first got started in real estate that I had a choice of IDX providers besides just websites. And so if you're using a website provider that their IDX is already all built in, you're going to be using whatever solution they have. But if you have a regular WordPress site and you're building it on your own or it's already been built, you could change out your IDX actually. And I'll just let you know that the IDX that I have chosen is IDX Broker. And the main reason, well, there were several reasons why I did this, but one of the primary reasons was the ability to customize, to change the size of the boxes, to change the grid, to make it a carousel, to change the colors and call to action and move the buttons around and change my detail page, result page, photo page. I also like that I can force the registration or request registration in so many different ways. For me, I find I get the most leads from people who click on the photo gallery. So I like my registration to be forced at the photo gallery. And I have tested and measured all of this. I use heat maps and scroll maps and conversion metrics. And so we know what is getting a response. And for us, this has been the primary. So before you guys go run over to IDX Broker, let me tell you a couple things. My company, Ballen Brands, we are IDX Broker developers. So we are certified developers. We have a relationship with IDX Broker. If you sign up if you're not going to get my real estate website because you already have something, which is fine. I'm a teacher first before I'm ever a salesperson. So I'm happy to teach you everything that I know. If you're considering IDX Broker though, and you use my link, then you save $99 for your setup fee, and we become your support system at Ballen Brands. So you've got a go-to besides just IDX Broker, the developers. And you can find all of these links if you go over here to loristools.com, loristools.com. All of the tools that I use, all of my favorite tech tools are in a list right here. Now, some of these are affiliate links. I may benefit in some way, or like I said, we're developers, so you become part of our development program. Or some of these don't do anything for either one of us. They don't save you money or get me anything, but they're on here because I use that product, right? Like, for example, heat maps, Hotjar. I get nothing from them. I don't know if my link gets you a free trial or anything, but it's on this list because I use that product. So just to let you know, there may or may not be an affiliate link related to that. I like to disclose that stuff whenever possible. So IDX Broker, another reason why I chose this. And let me just show you this really quick. So this is cool. I'm going to log in here to my analytics. Now, in the next, I don't want to quote the time frame because I'm always wrong. I'm always wrong on my time frame. Rolling out in BREW, the Ballen real estate websites, clicky integration and automated tracking are rolling out. Okay, we're testing it now on my website, and in the very near future, it's going to be rolling out to all of you, which is very exciting because I believe you need to have automated lead tracking. You need to know when you get a lead, did it come from Google? Did it come from a pay-per-click? Did it come from Facebook? Did it come from an Active Rain blog or a LinkedIn post? We know all of that. We can track all of our sources. We can even track ROI, how much we made down to a single page on our website, on a blog post or a listing that we marketed or anything like that. So you guys, whoever owns the BREW, you're all going to get this, whether you have the BREW today or the new BREW. This is the house BREW, and I think everybody's upgraded to the house BREW by now. You're all getting this. Now there's a Infusionsoft component coming as well that's going to be really cool. So anyway, I think that coming factor is going to make us the only game in town. But for right now, what I've had to do before we had the automation in place is I had to look up my leads manually. And here's how it works. So let's just say I get a lead from IDX Broker. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to grab a lead really quick. And I'm going to go over, and right here, what you see at the bottom is an IP address. I'm going to snag this IP address, this 172.58, that number right there. That does not give away who the person is, although we can see his information there. So let me pop out of there. But it does tell us that it's probably a unique location, and that's going to help me track the lead. So then what I do is I go over to Clicky and I say, I want to know where that lead, what was his name? I want to know where Desmond came from. So I go up here to Clicky, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to add a filter, IP address. Now, the system you guys are about to get is going to do all this behind the scenes for you automatically. That's the coolest thing. We've been developing this now for a year, so it's going to be really cool. Okay, now, anybody watching this that knows me, like Reed, I know you're one of my regular clients, maybe Pam, I don't know, Joanne maybe, Okay, so where did this lead come from? Looking at this dashboard, who can tell me where that lead came from? I'll give you guys a second. This is a perfect example. I love that I pulled this one up randomly. It was just the most recent lead in there. So what does this dashboard tell us? Where does it tell us that lead came from? Anybody? I'm assuming there's a lag time and you guys are all typing it in and I just haven't seen it yet. All right, well, I'm going to tell you then, because I'm not seeing the comments in there. It looks like I can see comments on here, but they're... Oh, I do see it. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. There is a lag time, so that's what's happening. Yes. Okay, so you guys are close. So Alex, you're close. You're correct, but not the entire piece. Reed, you're close, but there's a little more to that. Renee, you're close. There's a little more to that. Jessica, you're close. There's a little more to that. You guys can't see the whole screen? Or is that just one person can't see the whole screen? It's not, believe it or not, the answer is not SEO. The answer is Google, but there's something else. What do you guys see to the left? Maybe I'll make that bigger. What do you see to the left of that? Yes, Jennifer got it. This is Google AdWords. This is a pay-per-click. How do I know that? That little dollar sign right there. Now, Clicky is not perfect with that little dollar sign. Sometimes it thinks like buffer is advertising and things like that. But I know for a fact, whenever I see Google with a dollar sign, it's a pay-per-click. Okay. Now, that is really cool. Okay. I'm hearing people say they can't see the whole screen. What are you guys seeing? Because on my Facebook, I see the whole screen. All right, well, I'm going to keep going here because I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing on the screen, and I don't have my assistant standing here. Oh, okay, Mahogany says now she sees it. The picture is too big. I made it too big. Okay, so this right here, I'm circling it. This is Google with the dollar sign is Google pay-per-click. Okay, now, who can tell me next to that... Oh, I see. I see what you guys are saying, why you couldn't see the whole screen. Okay. Next to that, where does it say, was their entry page? Comments are laid over the right 20% of the screen. Oh, interesting. Don't know how to fix that. All right. Well, I made it a little smaller. Hopefully that'll help. Okay. Well, next to that, there's a page listed right here. Can anybody see that? What this says here? I'm highlighting it. What this says is the exact page they landed on, which I'm going to show you because it's on the BREW website. So where they landed was 3-bedroom homes for sale in Las Vegas. And the reason I know this is because it has the word 3-bedroom homes right after the location, Las Vegas. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to go to our BREW page and I'm going to show you what this page looks like. Okay. So what this page looks like is a grid of homes that are 3-bedroom homes for sale. And what I did is I ran an ad on Google AdWords and I sent it directly to that page, and that's where that conversion came from. Now, part of the magic of, all right, let's not use the word magic. Part of the power of the Ballen Real Estate website is right here in this top portion, which is your dynamic tables. So for any of you guys that were with me before I started building my own websites. Okay, hold on. Can you try shrinking your screen view a bit? Okay, I appreciate you guys guiding me here because this is new software and it's the first time I've done a screen capture on it. Okay, so you should be able to see the BREW now and the page that we landed on, which is a 3-bedroom homes for sale. This one's actually in Southwest Las Vegas. And you should be able to see these pricing tables that are right here. Okay. And these are created dynamically. And what that means, thank you, Karen. Thank you for guiding me. I appreciate that. What that means is that every time we build a page and we select a category box and we put it under another page, this table is automatically added right here, these extra solutions. Well, the reason I did this was because I use heat maps. And what heat maps do is they measure the interaction of the visitor on our website. So I can see where they scrolled, I can see where they clicked and where they didn't click and where they exited. And what I found was that the most of the clicks go right here. Do you guys see what this is up here? This is a search widget, right? So most of the time, if they land on a page, if it's a blog post or something like that, they will often start clicking on this find homes for sale and start interacting there. And then the other solution is here, giving them more options, because one of the reasons I do that is because when we start ranking on the search engines, we're trusting Google to figure out what our page is about, okay? So, for example, if somebody types in Las Vegas homes for sale under 200,000, for some reason, Google believes that my new construction page that has homes for sale under 200,000 is the proper page for that keyword. And no matter how many times I tell it that those are different pages, it relates them together. So if somebody lands on my page as new construction, I've got to give them a resale option, or I've got to give them more price ranges. And same with this. The pay-per-click sent them to 3-bedroom homes for sale in Southwest Las Vegas. And maybe they just looked at the ad and it said homes for sale under 200,000, but maybe they want to look at another area, or maybe they want to look at different bedrooms or see more features. Well, we have the ability to build this and with every possible feature that we want, and you guys would be blown away by how much they click on that. Now, for those of you that have a BREW and you're sitting there going, wait, I want to see how that's done, let me show you something. I'm going to go to my edit showcase here. Now, I will tell you that there is a learning curve because we had to build this in such a way that those dynamic tables were going to build correctly. And I've noticed that it takes everybody a few minutes to actually get how those work together. But once you've got it down, it's very simple. So what we have here, up in this section here, is we have a category box. So every one of these homes for sale pages that really rank well in the search engine, and once you get some search engine visibility and you're cranking out those widget pages and those content, each one of those pages is actually either a price, or it's a feature, or it's an area, okay? And so what we do is, so when I switch pages, it magnifies again, huh? So multiple tabs is not a good idea, it looks like, when I'm doing the Facebook Live. All right. Or I need a different software that adjusts better to what I'm doing, possibly. There's another one. This is Ecamm, and there's another one called BLive that I might check out. All right. So is that better? Now you're able to see I'm on the back end here. My only problem is everything got really tiny. I may have to put my glasses on because I can barely see the words now. All right. So we have categories over here, and we have the parent page over here. And those two things in conjunction with each other build those pricing tables. Yeah, Brendan, I don't like OBS. I found it was so hard to use. I saw your post there. I just could not get into that software. Somebody would probably have to sit there with me and work with me on it because it was not being my friend. All right. Okay. Now, let me show you another really cool, I don't see any questions coming in, so I'm going to just keep rolling here. I want to show you some cool things that this does. And so IDX Broker I like because of the IP address. I can track the leads, and that's mandatory for the automation that we're rolling out with BREW is we've got to have that IP address. And there's a lot of IDX providers out there that do not give you the IP address. I won't use a lead solution anymore that does not have and give me the IP address. If you're using Listings to Leads, which is my favorite listing marketing tool software, and again, you can get an extended free trial of that if you check my links here on Listings to Leads. That does get you an extended trial. My link does. Listings to Leads, we're now integrating with the BREW sites too. You have your own license with Listings to Leads. You have your own license with any of the third-party things, so you own everything. You're not trapped with us ever, ever, ever. All of these individual components are yours. You actually own them. That's the other thing that makes the BREW so different than what everybody else has out there. You're leasing it. You're leasing all of those websites, and that means it's almost like paying rent instead of owning a house. When you're leasing it, you're sending money, you're building up somebody else's asset. The second you stop paying for that lease, you lose everything. All your SEO work and all that traffic, and I can't even imagine. That's just horrifying. This you own. It's yours. Each one of those license pieces, we help you set them up, but you own them so that you never have to worry about it in case you want to remove something. Anyway, now Listings to Leads. Listings to Leads releases the IP address. So we use them for the home valuation tool, which is up here. I'll show you that real quick. And when the consumer, a visitor comes in and they fill out this, what is your home worth? And we get an email, they get an instant valuation, we get their IP address. So I'm immediately able to go in and look them up. And it releases, and I know if it came from Google, organic, or pay-per-click, I know what blog they came from, that type of thing. So that is really cool. And Listings to Leads also has landing pages, an open house sign, coming soon, and empty nester, and autoresponders and PDFs and everything. And in fact, I see Brendan is on here now. I interviewed Brendan. His interview just came out yesterday, and he is a Listings to Leads specialist and is killing it. He closed 24 deals last year from the web using Listings to Leads tools, landing pages and open house and coming soon and just sold, and he's used all that. So go back and check that out, that interview, because he really shared all of his best practices, and it was fantastic. All right. So now let me show you another cool thing. So the real estate website is it's built on an incredible search engine friendly platform, but you still have to build. You still have to take what's there and build. I hear people all the time, I want what Lori Ballen has. I just want what she has. Well, I get up and work my ass off every single day. I'm lead gen. I'm blogging. I'm building widgets. I'm doing market reports. I still do this every single day. That is still, I am the content girl. So I still spend every day in content. Now, here's the good news. I don't write all my own content. I hire writers. Now, you've got lots of choices. I'm going to show you one here in a second. You can use my company, and we can write your articles, and we can optimize and do all that kind of stuff. Do your images, but content is hard. It's expensive. And if you're going to have us do the whole thing for you, you're going to pay more for it. I'll just share that with you because it's labor intensive for us to do that. So selling content isn't my favorite thing on the planet because it's so labor intensive, but we do offer that. But there also is another solution, and this is a solution I actually use when I don't want to, my real estate company will pay my marketing company for services. And sometimes I don't want to, I'm going to do my own optimization. I'm going to do my own videos. I'm going to do my own images. So I don't need to hire that out. So I'll go to another writing source that's cheaper just to get my regular articles done. Okay, if I want market reports and things like that, I've got to go to my marketing company for. But there are some articles and things I can go to another company. Now, let me show you how I do that. And then I'm going to show you how that works with the BREW and what is so incredible about it. Okay. And again, I built each one of I didn't build. Kevin and Jeff and the team built. I designed all of this to function at the highest level for the user experience and for the search engines. So everything I'm putting in there, every single little component is based on my own testing and measuring what works and what doesn't work. So that's really incredible to have a platform that's built by a real estate agent that still lives in it every day. Okay. And specializes in SEO. I'll show you this really quick. This is my Ballen Vegas website. So I'm going to shrink this because I know you guys said you can't see this. This is my SEO report on my real estate website. So what you can see here, this is how SEO friendly these platforms are. Okay. So I have a total of, let me click view the full report. It changes very quickly every day. It's climbing and climbing. So I have 21,800 keywords that rank in the top 100 positions on Google in the top 10 pages. I have the number one, my website has the most top 10, top 20, top 30, all the way to top 100 keywords on the search engine. So I have the most ranking from 1 to 10 out of anybody, including Zillow in Las Vegas. I'm beating Zillow for the most keywords. Now, where Zillow beats me, unfortunately, is in the higher competition keywords. So they have a higher dollar value compared to if you were paying per click for those same keywords. So I have to still work my way up to those. So I have a lot of the long tail keywords. They have more of the head terms like homes for sale, right? So this is a really cool tool that I use to track my keywords, my website visitors. There's a lot that I do with this tool. This is called SEMrush. And again, check out loristools.com for a free trial of SEMrush. But don't get this until you are ready to dive into some geekiness, because I love it. I live on it every day. I'm in there. I'm doing my own SEO audits and everything, but this isn't going to be for everybody. Okay. I know some of you guys love this tool like I do. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to open this new tab. You guys tell me what you can see and can't see. This is called crowd content. Crowd content. I do have a link on loristools.com. This is one of the ghostwriting companies that I use. I would appreciate you using my link. It is an affiliate link, and I get a little bit of credit for my own articles when you sign up under my link. So I would very much appreciate that. I do not know if the link gets you anything. You'll have to try that one. I'm not sure which one. Okay. All right. Can you guys see this? So talk to me a little bit if you guys, so that I know what I'm getting you here. There is a lag time. All right. So I'm going to show you an example, a real life example of an article that I ordered from my ghostwriter. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to put it into the back end of the BREW site, and I'm going to show you how this works and the incredible functionality of the content blocks that we have for the BREW, and why my blogs rank so well and how they're so SEO friendly. Okay. Oh, I'm giving away my writers. So, Reed, you like her too, huh? All right. So here's the cool thing about this. They're not my writers. This is a writing house. What happens with this company is it's a broker, and all of these writers sign up with this company. And then we as the client go online and we order content, and we choose how many stars we're going to pay that writer. Okay, 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. And the price changes based on the number of stars that you order. Now, I never go 1 star, but I most frequently go 2 star. The cool thing is when I place a 2 star order, I oftentimes get 4 star writers. Man, I had one write the most killer tech piece for me the other day. I was over the moon excited. I paid 2 stars. He was a 4 star writer. He included images and graphs. I was blown away. Best I've ever seen. Now, for my everyday stuff, such as homes for sale. Okay, let me give you an example. I rank on the top of page 1 on Google, including a featured snippet for terms like retiring in Las Vegas. Why retire in Las Vegas? There's a whole bunch of them, like hundreds of them. That blog post was written by one of these guys, not me. I just optimized it. I made sure it was set up for SEO. I knew what content to order, and I guided the writers, but they did the writing. Then I got the piece back, I put it in my BREW, and I optimized it. Okay, which I'll show you a little bit of that real quick. All right. And so, so Lisa, I've already the ADA. Lisa just said, oh, wait, I can drag her post up here. Oh, it's not working. That's probably on my face now, and I don't know where my face went. Okay, did your comment get dragged to the top of the screen? I can't. Oh, look at that. You can't see me because I'm underneath the banner. Nobody told me that. Okay. I really have to learn this software. There's so much to learn. Look, hold on. Did that change the screen size? Is that doing anything? You know what I'm going to do? I think next time I do this, I will have Sabrina sit with me, watch, and then she can help me figure out what I'm doing wrong on my screen here. Okay. As far as the ADA compliance blog post, it's incredible. And I think I scheduled it to publish tomorrow or Monday because I'm going to be at family reunion, so it's going to go live. So Lisa, if you're looking for that ADA compliant, it's got a video, it's got a killer blog post, and yes, I had help writing it because I don't know about the ADA compliant. I don't know all that stuff. So this is what I love. Go to the sources. So here's how these, okay, now you can only see the right quarter of the screen now. Well, this is fascinating. Or I'm using the word fascinating instead of frustrating. Okay, now she said never mind. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still see the crowd content screen. That's what I have on my screen. Okay. The reason I like to use writers is because I don't know everything. And there's going to be things that somebody else knows that I don't know. Okay. And so what the writers do is they go out and research. They go to Google, they do all the research, and then they put it back in a way we can understand. So as long as it's a topic that is researchable, okay? So one of the examples that I give that I do all the time are these $10 to $15 articles about communities in my city. I send them, I want you to write about this 55 plus community. They just go to Google, look up everything. I want you to write about the Palm Towers high rise. I want you to talk about the parking and the amenities and the rooms and the pool and the spa and the concierge service. And they just go research and put it all together. I don't have time for that. It's impossible to write as much content as I want to. Or I'll give you another example. I'll show it to you here, actually, on the BREW. So blog post I did yesterday. This is a really cool tip, by the way, really cool. I have Google Alerts set up for Las Vegas, and then I have selected video. So anytime somebody posts a video about Las Vegas, I get an alert. Well, if it's on YouTube and it has the embed option turned on, we have a license then to use their video. And so I embed that video on a blog post, and then I go hire a writer to write an article around it. And that's how I do all of my hyperlocal pieces. So here's an example of one, the Big Apple coaster at New York, New York. So I got an alert, I got a video, and here's the blog post, here's the video, and they can play the video. And what that video does is it increases dwell time, which means how long the person is spending on my page and website, which is a positive signal to Google, to the search engines. People want video, so anytime I can put video at the top of my page, I'm going to put it there. Then I have a call to action to see all homes, because even though they're looking for a roller coaster, they might be interested in buying real estate, so I'm going to give them a call to action there. And then this is a prime example of having another writer write it, and then I go in and optimize it, and I just embed the video. So that whole thing maybe took me, it's short articles. I put in images and stuff, so it might have taken me 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, so let me go back to this, the writer here. This is crowd content, you guys, is who this is called. And remember, if you go to my tools, loristools.com, use that link to sign up for your free trial, please. All right, so let's take a look here. So what you can do with the writers is once you find a writer you love, and Reed, I don't know if you know this or not, once you find a writer you love, you can actually add them to your team. So what you do is you hover over their face right there, and you have the option to block them if you don't like them. And I have rejected writers before. I can heart her and love that she's one of my favorites. I can add them to the team. So if I click here, add to team, you can name as many teams as you want. So I've got tech teams, I've got real estate teams, hyperlocal might be something different because everybody has certain talents that they have. And that's, I might like them. Well, here's what's even better. Chris, now worked her way up to a 3-star writer. So when I first started using her, she was 2 stars, so she was cheaper. And most of the time, if I just create an order randomly and I put 2 stars, somebody like Chris will pick it up, even though she makes less money. Because she's a 3-star writer, she should make more, but she picks it up. Well, also what I can do is I can go to Chris right here. I can go to I can open her profile here. I can send her, I think I have to open it all the way. Let me see. I can send her a direct order, okay? And when I send her a direct order, where is the button to send her a direct order? Oh, is it that one? There it is. What I can do, now I can't find it. I'm going to have to come back to the direct order because I don't know why now that I'm training, I'm losing my train of thought on where the direct order is at. Note. I can click on the direct order. I can tell her what I want, and then I can make an offer of how much I want to pay. I can offer 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. And then, okay, he says it's under create order. Oh, under here. I still don't see it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I do this all the time, but it's because I'm training right now. I'm just drawing a blank. All right, so what I can do is I can choose to make an offer, and then she can reject it. Now, I'm just going to tell you guys something. This is just me. If I do articles all the time and I offer to pay for a 2-star writer, and there's somebody that picks it up all the time, like Chris, and then all of a sudden I send her a request for 2 stars, and it's the same stuff I always request, nothing harder, and they reject it, I stop using them. Because if you're going to take my 2-star work every day, but then when I directly place an order with you, now you're going to want more money, I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, the rest of you guys can all see where I was going with that creator order, I guess. Open her up all the way, and it was on one of the headers. All right, I'm going to try this one more time. Open Chris. Oh, that's why everything is so tiny on my screen. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. All right, place direct order with writer. There it is. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. All right, so then I can go here. So it says she's a 3-star writer, but I can actually go down and make her an offer and make it a 2-star, make an offer. See, really tiny down there. It says make an offer, and then I can change it to a 2-star, and I can make the offer, and she can pick it up. So I only put people in the team that I know are going to take my offer. Now, if that tech guy that kicked butt the other day on that tech article I had him write, I might be willing to pay 4 stars for him if that's all he does. But he's never picked up my 2-star work before. So I don't know what he normally does. But does this make sense then on how to do that? I have a video, guys. Rank Like a Boss training system is something you guys get when you buy the BREW. And a lot of you guys have bought it before, or you're on there now. Go in and watch the video on ordering ghostwriters. Or you can go to my blog site and Google ghostwriters. There's a whole video on how to order content. I walked you through from start to finish, including how to direct them, how to do the research. So if you don't know, definitely check that out. Okay, so Reed, you already knew you could add those to a team and do direct orders, huh? Cool. We're not going to answer that phone call. Okay. All right, so let's take an order example so you guys can see it. All right, I have not seen Chris's work yet on this one, so we're going to take a look. So after the writer writes it, your instruction, you get back this piece of content. Now look how good this looks. Now I direct mine. I train my writers. This is what I want. This is how I want the heading 2s to work. This is, I want things in bullet points. I want to see images. I want, you know, that type of thing. And the better you guide them, the more they'll know how you like your work to be done. Okay. So here's what I can do. I can actually just take this whole piece of content and paste it into a blog post. The challenge with that is I'm not going to get all of the functions of the BREW that I want to get. So let me show you. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my real estate website and I'm going to click new and I'm going to go to post. Now, this is a new feature we rolled out recently where we added content blocks to the blog posts. And the reason we did this is we wanted you to be able to get really clean content. We want you to be able to put in a table of contents. For those of you that don't know, if you can get your web page, and one of your web pages, if you can get that web page ranking in the top few positions of Google, that table of contents often becomes a rich snippet. And you get these featured site links at the bottom of your snippet where nobody else has that. So it's better for click-through rates. I know that might have sounded like German to some of you guys. It's a mouthful, but it's incredible. And what you want to do is start by just building great content. Get your content ranking on the search engines. Once it's in the top of Google, you're going to start seeing what I'm talking about. These little extra site links are incredible. And that's one of the reasons why I do a table of contents. Another reason why I do a table of contents is because people are on mobile devices and they don't want to scroll down a bunch of text. You know, we're writing long form content, sometimes 2,000 and 3,000 words, and they're having to scroll to get to where they want to go to. They're gone. They're going to bounce off. But if you have a table of contents and then you have little sections where they can bounce back up to the top at any time, your dwell time is longer, your clicks are higher, all of these positive signals for the search engines. And that makes it harder for anybody else to come in and steal your position because Google has now deemed your page valuable for that search query and for that topic. And so we have found that that's a feature that really needs to be part of your blogs and your showcase pages and everything that you're doing. Okay. So what we have is we have these content blocks, and all I have to do here is I'm going to start off, I always start off with an intro. So I'm going to go to add content block and I'm going to do a general content section. Then I'm going to go over to my crowd content here and I'm going to say which looks like the intro right here. This is the intro. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this intro and I'm going to paste it right there. Now below the intro, I'm going to automatically put in a table of contents. So all I did just now is I just went to add content block, table of contents. I don't have to do anything else to that table of contents. It's going to create itself based on the content blocks now that I put in. So cool. Unbelievably cool. All right. So now the next section, I'm going to add, generally, this is where I would add a video. Okay. In fact, let's go grab one. So the topic is on Las Vegas being the hottest market in town. So if you guys have not heard, I do have a real estate team in Las Vegas, Lori Ballen team. We serve Henderson, North Las Vegas, and Las Vegas. And Realtor.com actually just named us the hottest market in town. And let me tell you, it is crazy what's happening here now. We're in a huge boom. I know a lot of you guys have limited inventory. So do we. Multiple offers. It's incredible. All right, so let me click. In fact, I'm hiring a new agent. I'm doing interviews right now because of that. So let me type in here Las Vegas. So see what I'm doing. I'm on YouTube, Las Vegas hottest market. And I'm going to look for something in YouTube. All right, I'm not going to use another real estate agent, especially not local, because then I'm promoting the competition, right? But there was a news article recently that I saw, and oftentimes I'll just go in and save the news article and do that video. Las Vegas hottest market. Let me try Realtor.com and see if there's a video in here. So sometimes I can find it on YouTube. Sometimes it takes a little more research. let me do it this way. So now I'm over at Google, and I'm typing in Las Vegas hottest market. Okay, now we're seeing some of them. So here we go, Fox 5 news story. Let me see if they have a video. Nope. Okay. So what I will do, and you'll see this afterwards if you want to come back to it, I'll do the research and find a video. It might take me a little longer. Sometimes it's easy to click and grab. Well, what I can do is I can do my intro, and then right underneath, whoops, I went to the wrong page. Right underneath that intro, watch this, add content block, and then I can go to embed code. Well, this embed code will take a Google Map code. It'll take a video. It'll take a Yelp review, anything that has those iframe codes that they give you, and it'll be the correct width of your website automatically. We have it preset to do all of that. So you just drop it in there, you put in the content block, you drop it in there, and the content block does everything else for you. Really cool. Okay, so I would put in the video here, but for right now, since we don't have a video to put in there, you know, I'll just grab anything. I'll just grab this guy. But I'm not actually going to keep him in there. Okay. So you go to share. You go down to embed. You grab the embed code. And you can turn off, show suggested videos, turn off title. I always leave player controls on. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go back over to my page. And I'm going to paste that in the embed code. Okay. So then I'm going to go to the next content block, general content, custom content, and I'm going to take this section here that she has now for me, and I'm going to go back over, and I'm going to paste that in there, and then I'm going to decide what title. What makes the housing market in Las Vegas so hot right now? Now, let me tell you a secret. There's a couple ways to do this. I have not guided this writer yet because I'm still playing with this. If you keep your first 3 paragraph headings short, like 2 to 3 words, when you earn those site links, you'll earn more of them. If you make the very first title really long, you only get 1 site link and it's cut off. But on the flip side of that, having your heading 2 tags be questions is also pretty powerful because of the people also ask on Google. But for my sake, for my preference, based on the table of contents and how it looks aesthetically and the site links, I shorten them. So instead, I'm going to put, why, I'm just going to put the hot market for now. Now, I can change this question. I can still keep this question in here and not make it a heading, and I can change that to like a heading 3. So it'll still stand out, and I'll show you that when we look at the previews, okay? So then I'm going to put in, add content block, a horizontal divider. What the horizontal divider does, and I'll show it to you when I preview, it puts a clean little line in between heavy chunks of text. And there's a little thing on there that says back to top. And the person can click there and go right back up to the top and start searching for homes or click somewhere else on the table of contents. Again, it's all about the user experience. It's all about mobile. And we don't want people stuck in the hellhole of text, right? That they just get buried in. Nobody wants to do that. And so this gives them more flexibility. Are you guys still with me? I haven't seen anybody type anything in a little while. Just want to make sure you're alive and well. Because that would be awful if I just talked for 20 minutes and you're not there anymore. Okay, I was making a joke, but like, are you guys really not there? Oh, for a minute I thought you really were gone. Okay, thank you. All right. Are you guys just engrossed in the learningness? I made up that word. All right. Okay, so let me address this. So for those that are feeling overwhelmed, you don't have to know all this right now. What I really want you to see is the opportunity. How incredible this can be. I don't know why my phone is ringing so much today. My phone never rings. It's for you to see what you can do. But you got to learn. You got to learn the steps and the processes. But we're here for that. I mean, if any of you guys have ever dealt with my company, Ballen Brands, we're a family-based company, although we have a lot of non-family working with us as well. The family's here in the core. Jeff is my brother who runs Ballen Brands and the Infusionsoft side and the development side and systems and operations. And my daughter Sabrina is my personal assistant and lead trainer. And my brother Paul is now our chief business officer, which you guys might be talking to. Our chief business advisor, that you guys will be talking to if you're interested in any of our products and services. And we won't sell you anything we don't believe you'll use. You'll hear us say, we don't think this is right for you right now, or possibly your goals don't add up to what we think the system's going to do for you. And we really work on educating and training and teaching and providing all the resources for you to be able to do all this. Okay. So I just want to make sure that you know that we don't leave you stranded. We are here for you 100%. And you can hire all of this stuff out as long as you understand what it is. You can say, you know what, Lori, Jeff, Paul, whoever you're going to talk to, this is my budget. Go build my widgets. Go build my community pages. Do my monthly market report. I need hyper-local blogs. We can do it all for you. Or you can use a company like Crowd Content. There's resources. What you can't do is avoid the fact that you need to be in the game and have a website. But it doesn't, if you're not focused on ranking on the search engines, any website's going to do you fine, right? I mean, there's so many broker provided websites and things that are just fine. But if you really want the benefit, let me tell you something. I have not worked with a client. Don't hold this against me. I have not worked with a buyer or seller. I have not met one of my buyers or sellers, unless I'm related to them already, since 2010. It's been 8 years, and I'm a capper. I'm always in the top of my market. I don't go out in the field. This is what I do. This is the opportunity. So also, if you don't like cold calling, you don't want to be out there doing all this stuff, if you could spend 3 hours a day doing this, you can be in this game. If you can have an admin doing this, you can be in this game. So there's so many options. You don't have to learn all this if you don't have a heart to do it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Or you can just learn one element. I'll tell you guys a secret. One of the things that I'm killing it with right now is YouTube. And I'm learning everything there is to know now about YouTube, and I'm sharing that back with you guys as well, how to rank your videos. Because in my opinion, video is tomorrow's SEO, video and social. And so I'm already starting to watch what's happening over there, and I'm testing it and measuring it. It works very much the same strategy, same concept. So if you can kind of learn all of these concepts, like really it's marketing 101. Who's my client? Or who do I want to be my client? If you don't have the clients you want, you can target different clients. Who's my customer? What is their problem? How do I solve it? How do I create a product and a message that appeals to that particular audience? And how do I get it out there in how do I reach them? What's the medium to reach them? Text, Facebook ads, YouTube videos, SEO, voice search, right? Which is a whole nother thing. Okay, Google, show me 3-bedroom homes in Las Vegas. Incredible. I'm seeing that on my search results, analytics already. All right. That's funny. My brother Paul is on here right now, and he said he likes chief business officer better than chief. Jeff, Paul, I think I like officer too because it rolled off my tongue. So maybe you're the CBO instead of the CBA. All right. So, okay. So now I really want you to see what this does. After that horizontal divider, I'm going to put in another section, and I'm going to put in just a general content block. Once you learn what all these content blocks are, it's like this. You just go, oh, easy. Drop that one in, drop that one in, drop that one in. Yes, I do believe you could train a virtual assistant on how to take content and do what I'm doing with it here. I don't believe that they have the natural SEO ability when it gets to the optimization pieces that I'm going to show you. I think that takes a little more creative thought process. But there's a lot of this they can do. Okay, so then I'm going to paste that one in there. All right, so let me just give you a quick idea of what this looks like now. what the odds are in your favor whether you're a buyer or seller. So I'm just going to put this buyer or seller. Okay. Now let me show you. I'm going to go up here and click preview. And now this is the basics. There's so much more to this that you can do with images and text and highlights but look what happens. So here's my intro. Look at the table of contents. So these are the 2 paragraphs that we just put in and we added title. It automatically builds this table of contents for you. It's dynamic. It automatically creates. You don't have to think about it. Then there's the video. Then there's our first paragraph. Now look, here's that little line I was telling you about. This is the horizontal divider back to top. And then you have the next section. And what this is doing is it's just creating a great user experience. It's breaking up the chunky text. We'll use video and links and images and dividers. And I have training videos on all of how to do this optimization, by the way. Again, like I said, I'm a teacher first. So it's out there if you want to learn it, whether you buy one of our training programs or you Google and dig up some of the stuff I give away for free, you'll find what you want. So this is a really cool component. Now, in the next, again, I'm not going to mention time, on my wish list, I did ask the development team to give us the ability to add those little pricing tables up here as well. Because, for example, let's just say I'm doing a blog post on retiring in Las Vegas, okay? And so that's, if I go to Google here, let's see if you guys can see it. I'm going to go to Google. Let me type in retiring in Las Vegas. Okay, can you see this? This is my website. This is a featured snippet right here, also known as the answer box or the 0 position. It's the most coveted position you can get on the page. It's earned in, not bought in. So that's cool. Now, if we scroll down, I hope you guys can see this. If we scroll down, here's my results on the search engine results page for that same page. Now look what's down here. These are those site links. These are being created from the table of contents. So that's why this one is short. Why retire in Las Vegas? Best city to retire video. If I had 4 short enough, it would show all of those. And that increases click-through rate. Click-through rate is a positive signal to Google, which can increase your web position on the search engines. So it's another great thing to have up there. Okay. Now, if I click on that page, what you'll be able to see, there's that table of contents that we were just talking about. There's the call to action. Now look at how the page is optimized. I break it up with color. I break it up with images. I break it up with little quotes or indentions. I add video, images, okay? And then, of course, IDX widgets. But if I had that little table, I'm going to ask, my team's working on it right now, I would put in the 55-plus neighborhoods in a clickable dynamic table up top, or homes for sale in 55-plus communities by price range, and get people clicking more on that top component as well. Because the odds that they're going to scroll all the way down here to the bottom and see those listings is slim. They may click on it in the table of contents. See here I have show 55 communities. And if they click it, watch what happens. It shoots them right down to the table of contents. That is mobile friendly. That is a quality user experience. We all want to be creating that. Now, if you don't have a Ballen real estate website and you don't have plans to get one, which I'm not sure why you would, you can build those table of contents with other plugins like TOC Plus, although it's not supported anymore, I don't think. Those free plugins are tricky because they leave you, there's more vulnerability to hacking and whatnot, so you got to be careful. I also want to let you know another service that Ballen Brands provides besides content, the real estate website. We do pay-per-click services. We also have a really cool web hosting package available for those of you that are on WordPress and you don't like your hosting service. Maybe your pages are too slow. Maybe you want automatic backups. You want your plugins updated. You want more security levels. We have a hosting service set up. We work directly with Flywheel, and we can actually migrate, move your website over, and get it on a better host. So if you're interested in doing anything like that, let me know. I think maybe since it's been an hour, I should probably leave you guys with that today. Showcase pages are incredible. I have a video on how to do showcase pages. Let me tell you, the reviews section alone makes this website worth it right there. It's so cool. We're able to add all of these individual reviews, and I'm telling you, reviews are everything right now. When I'm searching for anything, even on Amazon now, I now sort by highest reviews. Google wants reviews. You rank higher with reviews. They're listening to brand inflection. You want to have your reviews on your website. And what's also cool is that if you were to go to Google and type in your business and type in the word reviews, it's probably going to be Yelp, Zillow, one of those coming up. On my case, my own website ranks high for reviews. So for example, if I go over here to Google and I type in, whether I'm in incognito or logged in, if I type in Lori Ballen team reviews, so somebody's going to look me up. So you're going to see Yelp. Right here, the number 2 is my own website. I would much prefer that they go to my own website and look at my reviews than another channel that showcases other real estate agents. If they're on my website, they're only looking at me. If they're on Zillow, they're looking at other real estate agents, and that scares me. So I'd rather keep them here. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't have reviews on Zillow, because if that person goes to Zillow first, you want them to be able to look up your reviews. But I want to rank for my own website. And the other thing is cool, if you look at this next one here, my reviews rank on their own, which is also really cool. And I keyword and title them a certain way as well. Does anybody have any questions about any of this that you guys have been seeing today? If you're interested, I know that the team has a family reunion special, so reach out to Ballen Brands. And you can email team@ballenbrands.com or call 702-917-0755 or go over to the Ballen Brands website. It's ballenbrands.com. There's a form or contact us or any of that kind of stuff. You can also message me and I'll put you in touch with the team if you want to find out more about that. And again, if you are going to the convention coming up and you're watching this live, Jeff and Sabrina and myself will all be there, and Jeff's going to be doing on-site demos. And so you can connect with him and show up there and check it out. There's so much more to show you on this. But I wanted to give you guys some insight on how it works. I have a hands-on training I'm doing in May. And this is a hands-on workshop we sell tickets to, and these are pretty expensive. People fly in and spend a couple days with us, and we're going to be taking the BREW and completely dissecting it and showing this is exactly how we blog and we build it all, and the best ways to use it, and the best way to optimize and use Yoast and dig up more research with SEMrush and the tools, what kind of content you should be creating, where to put your energies, how to use the SEMrush site audit and keyword rankings to know where to put your effort, and just kind of going through all that. So if that's something that interests you, definitely talk to my team about that. If you haven't got a BREW yet, you might be able to package in the whole thing. Talk to Jeff and or Paul and see what they can do for you. All right, so I'm going to let you guys all go then for today, and thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Thanks for working through my screen issues there. I'm learning as we go, and I will exit here and talk to you guys all later. Still can't remember how to exit it. That's the funniest thing of all. I'm still here. Hold on. Go live. Next time I'm going to figure out how to exit before, oh, there we go. The finish button. That's probably the one.